stream. Let's see how it goes.
Now I'm on our page under live.
Okay, yeah. Do you see anything popping up?
There it is right there. Oh, it's on our homepage. There we go.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to click on it. Oh, it's a little delay.
Hey,
everybody.
Hello. How do you feel about the format?
Yeah, I like that. Shoden and somebody I probably should know from high school.
I think it's Marcus Aurelius, just because we were just tossing those stoicism quotes around. So
nice.
Okay.
Yeah, that looks good.
I think even though I'm playing on PC, I'm probably want to give him a controller real quick. Let me plug in a controller. All right. I mean, we're up. Might as well. Well, let's get in the game first, I guess.
Yeah, make sure it works. That would kind of put a damper on, playing a game.
Yeah.
Online and.
Sometimes your screen disappears. I don't know why, because Discord. I guess maybe it's.
Let me look.
No, it's only on the stream. I mean, that's fine.
I know, but I want to make sure it's not something I'm doing.
No, I don't think it is, right? Or are you alt tabbing or something? I don't know.
Nope, I'm just looking at it.
Yeah, I think it's just Discord. It might be being sensitive to
latency and
latency, and also maybe like trying to save bandwidth on my side.
Maybe.
Because if I go to your screen there, I could see it. Actually, what I'll do... Let me see if I can move this over.
Man, who doesn't like that music? It's just...
Yeah. Okay, let me do one thing with this screen. Move it real quick.
Okay.
If I move it to this screen, I can... Yeah, it's probably a good thing I have two screens.
Alright, game's starting.
Yeah.
It's a very Empire Strikes Back moment.
Man, I have not seen this in like 3 years now I think about it.
Yeah.
Is it 3 years?
It's...
Yeah. Two years. No, it's 2 years, I think.
No, well, it'll be 2 years next month. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. I keep forgetting it got delayed. But yeah, I mean, this is pretty badass.
Yeah. And you know what else is delayed, right? The final
the final shape.
The final shape.
Yeah, which is why we're here today.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about Bungie when we're watching when we're playing a game that Bungie made or started.
Yeah,
made by
pretty
343
much.
Industries. Yeah. But yeah, how much are you a big Destiny player? Or are you kind of like me, where you get excited about the expansion and you play it, and then you kind of drop off for a little bit, and then come back, and then you drop off for a little bit?
Well, it's been years since I've really kind of like had that like long-term play with Destiny. You know what I mean? Like where I would play for like it would be my main game. It's been years, right?
Yeah.
Even Destiny 2, like I didn't have that sort of draw that I did with Destiny 1. Like I liked the game. It didn't have the kind of marathon of a feel to it. It had more of a sprint. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Pun intended.
Yeah, pun intended.
Yeah, for me too. I think Destiny 1 was that game that my wife and I played with other people. like every weekend. Like we were online, doing raids and just whatever, and it became the game that we mostly played. And everybody that we played with, that's all they played. They were, what gaming was not their hobby. Destiny was, much like World of Warcraft when it came out and EverQuest when it came out.
I think I mentioned like Destiny's pretty much was like one of those World of Warcraft replacements for me, because it kind of simulated that whole feeling of raiding and kind of like teamwork, but at a smaller scale and with like good gunplay, right? So
yes. Yeah, one thing that I think that's what Bungie, brings to their first-person shooters is just it always feels great. It always feels good. Even Destiny being 30 frames per second even on 360 and PS3, it still played great.
Yeah.
And that's I have a lot of fond memories of playing Destiny.
Yeah.
Destiny 2, I have some mixed memories, I think. Like more so of an up and down than Destiny 1 was. Destiny 1 was like, it's not that great, but I want to play more of it. And then with each expansion, it was like, I don't know. And then Taken King came out, and that's when it really all came together. When they released Taken King, Destiny became pretty much my main game for years.
It's funny. I don't think I got into the Taken King that much, because I actually got into the game when they started releasing those two House
of the Wolves and
the really basic DLC that everyone didn't like. I started getting into the game then, but that was me discovering all the little things in the original Destiny, kind of like the Vault of Glass, and there was a second raid before, right? Before the Taken King.
Oh my God, I can't remember. No, I think it was just Vault of Glass until Taken King, right?
It might have been.
And then there was Crota, and then anyway, we could go into that, but yeah, I mean it evolved into something that I don't think on paper when they made Destiny 1, I don't think what they ended up with was on that paper.
Yeah.
I think that the community and Bungie themselves kind of invented this looter shooter MMO genre, and then when they introduced Eververse as a marketplace, then it kind of ruined it. It didn't kill it, and it didn't make people really stop playing. But I think when they started getting money from that is where we saw Destiny just not kind of lose a little bit of that Bungie magic. And that's my opinion. I think a lot of people will agree with that, but I think that's when we kind of started seeing it's like, oh, these guys don't love this game as much as we do. They love the money that we're putting into it. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So, but as of late, we're talking about Bungie like we're eating cake at somebody's house after a funeral.
kind of. I mean, it's because it's kind of. What part of it? We'll get into the news, but we like Bungie, and we don't want to see them kind of fall. They do a lot of things that even 343 kind of fails at, right?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. 343 fails at a lot of things, but
yeah.
Halo's campaign is not one of Halo Infinite campaign is not one of them, in my opinion. But yeah, it's. I think that if anybody's watching this or listening to it, they know what's going on with Bungie. They know that there's been layoffs. There's been up to 100 people laid off in the last couple of days due to I think it's a 45% loss. From projections that were made, and the company's having to kind of scale back a little bit. But this is not, it's not something that's sometimes needed in a company. But why is everybody so mad about it?
I guess it's because Destiny 2 is not in the greatest state right now, right? The Lightfall Not good.
Well, it made money.
It made money, but I think part of it is because the last one was so good. But I mean, I thought Lightfall was just going to be like kind of like an off year, because I think that's pretty common with a lot of these development things. Like they get something huge to just generate a lot of hype, and it's kind of hard to keep that momentum completely in like a consecutive year. I can't think of too many games that are great like year one or like year two, year three, because I think even Destiny 1, right after the Taken King, it was the Rise of Iron, right? I thought that was pretty boring, to be honest.
Yeah, it wasn't. It obviously didn't live up to the Taken King.
Yeah,
but and I think that's what they talked about in the GDC talk like a couple of years ago when they were talking about like don't over deliver. I think that's the mistakes they made, is where they, the Taken King was over delivering. Great for the player, bad for Bungie.
Yeah.
Because it was, from what we were getting and what they went to, was it was just really good. I mean, it was like everything that you wanted Destiny to be. There it was. You just downloaded it.
Yeah.
And even though Destiny 2 has some moments kind of like that, like with Shadowkeep and a few other expansions, it's hard to temper those expectations. But I think that as a longtime Destiny player, Lightfall was such a huge departure from just Destiny in general. Like
that's true.
The game, the
tone,
characters,
the tone, right?
The tone that was like out of like the story itself just doesn't fit any of the other lore, as far as like, oh, well, here's another planet with a bunch of like digital people on it.
Yeah.
Like where have they been all this time? I mean, wouldn't we have known that? I mean, it was just bad writing. I mean, it really is. I mean, it's like the Last Jedi of the, of the light and dark saga, I guess.
Yeah.
But again, it sold well, but it just, I don't know. It seems to me like overall that Bungie is just being a little mismanaged. And I think that a lot of people are mad because of the layoffs, where some notable Bungie employees that have been there since the 90s.
Yeah.
Michael Salvatore, the composer that, him and Marty O'Donnell, made the Halo theme. They made all the music for Halo and Myth 2 and everything for Destiny. Up until Marty left.
Why do you? I know we'll probably never know, and I think a lot of people like just look at the pedigree of Michael Salvatore and everyone that's the higher ups that's kind of left, like what they've done to the franchise, and just assume that it's just management being kind of like corporate, right? Like just kind of like axing people just because of it, just to save money. But I feel like there's always definitely more story to it that we won't ever really know, right?
Yeah, I mean, there always is, but if you've ever been involved in layoffs, you know that with business, it's not just like somebody comes in one day and just starts laying off people.
Yeah.
There is people look at progress reports, they look at just overall work, who's doing their job, who's not, who's costing them money. And what you tend to find that even if there are some employees that come to work every day and do their job and are perfectly fine, they've been there for a long time and they're pulling in a lot of money and they have a lot of stock options, or they're expensive, right?
Yeah.
Especially if you've gotten somebody that's with a company that's been there for 25 years, like Lorraine McLeese, who also got laid off, those are the people you start looking at and go, okay, what do they do, and can we hire somebody younger and a lot cheaper to do the exact same job, or can we outsource it to another company and save even more money?
Yeah,
that's what you start looking at. So it's not so much I don't know if maybe these people were there too long and they're kind of like complacent and they're just like, oh well,
that
I've been here so
happens
long.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It's like, well, I've been here so long, they wouldn't dare lay me off, and then boom.
I mean, from personal experience, I see that too. Like, or I've had managers tell me that there's some people that are so senior, all they do is consult. They're like a consultant in the company, right?
Right.
Like they don't really do like the brunt of the work. They're just like maybe mentorship and mentorship is good. But
yeah. I mean, you need those people there to kind of keep. Those are the people that kind of keep the culture of your company. When we talk about company culture, especially like with a game studio, those are the people that kind of keep that in line. Years and years ago, when I worked at Geek Squad, of all places, when I started there, it was the group of people that were there were like, okay, congratulations, this is where you work, and this is what we do. And everybody there was proud of what they did and did a great job. And it was part of their culture.
Yeah.
Like we answered questions. Even people in the store, like management, would come up and go, how do I do this?
Yeah.
But when those people left and there weren't other people to kind of carry that culture along, then you go in there now and it's just a bunch of guys that just like it's just a job. They don't care. And they probably get paid less and it's crappy and so you need those older people to kind of carry that along. But again, at the end of the day, it's about money,
Yeah.
What bothers me is that, Lightfall did not meet expectations. Even though it made money, it didn't meet expectations. Probably the selling Lightfall probably was fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I bet you after the fact, like the seasons following that, which I didn't purchase any of them, I think a lot of people dropped off, and that's when it started,
Yeah, the live service
sinking.
probably started failing. I mean, it's kind of probably similar to what's going on with Diablo right now, but
yeah, they're trying to gain back those people that dropped off from season 1, and that's what happens. But it just seems like, hey, who is in charge of that guy over there? Well, maybe he should be laid off and keep a couple of people that actually did, good work. I don't know. That's what I think a lot of people are mad about. It's like, why didn't management get fired? Why didn't the person in charge of this, why do they still have a job when they made all the decisions? Even when it's been reported by some of these laid off employees that they went to management and said, hey, you're going to have to back off on the microtransactions. You're going to have to, start making better content. You need to let us do this and that. And they just said no. Like, we want to get our player base back. And we're like, well, we want to make money. And those things seem to be synonymous, but apparently they're not. And that's what makes Bungie look bad. Well, not to mention that Pete Parsons was like, "Oh, we're sorry to see these people go." It's like,
oh, you mean his corporate tweet? Yeah, I mean,
oh my God, that was
It's very tone deaf, but yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you fire the person that usually takes care of those things.
Yeah.
In a much better way. Jeez. But I don't know. And of course, there's some new information. Paul Tassi, which I'm not a fan of, but he tends to have some, insider information.
Yeah,
on
stuff. He basically became an insider by faking it.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
He got popular enough to,
Okay.
It's like, I'm Paul Tassi. Can you talk to me? And they're like, okay. But there's some things that, have come out that some of the management will ask us, like, well, what about the new expansion, the building expansion, not the game expansion? Could that have been maybe delayed and saved some jobs? And they're like, well, no, that's a different, budget or something or other.
Yeah.
And anyway, they had an answer for basically everything. They did say that upper management did... they're not accepting their year-end bonuses or whatever to also help, which is, I guess, admirable, whatever. But so I don't know. I mean, what do you think? Is this as bad as people think it is?
Well,
for Bungie in general?
You know, I think Bungie or all these anyone that's like been up the top or is like a punching bag like EA, they always get like this overblown like media backlash on it. It's kind of silly, but I mean, what you put into perspective that it's like around less than 10% that was fired compared to a lot of other
343 Industries.
Yeah,
that's lost 30% of their employees.
I think there's 500 employees for them, right?
Something like that. I don't think it was quite that much, but it was
higher.
30% of their staff. Yeah, so it was a higher
ratio and higher amount from what I remember.
Right. And of course, nobody liked that, but it seemed to be like, oh, maybe you deserved it, or I don't know.
People will always say like, whatever is dead. I don't think Bungie's dead. I think, I feel like, you know, it's pretty common, at least, hopefully, that Bungie can kind of recover from it, right?
Yeah, I mean, how many times have we seen Destiny 2's dead, Bungie's dead, Halo's dead, 343's dead? I mean, that's just clickbait stuff.
Yeah.
Bungie is like any other company. Yeah, they are a game company, but you know, if they continue to lose money on, you know, A, B, and C, then they will just start doing D. You know, people might not like it, whatever that D is, but they're not going anywhere unless. Really, the only thing that they could do is if Sony shut them down. Sony now owns them. They can go in and say, "Hey, you're costing us money. You're not making money. You know." But I can't really see it getting to that point.
Yeah.
Another thing I think we should note, not so much about Destiny, but now there's some news that I think some influencers or some YouTubers were invited to play Marathon.
Mm-hmm. And they said it was
beta.
bad, right?
And yeah, they just said that they would not play Marathon if it came out right now.
Yeah.
Now that can mean, you know, that can mean two things. That can mean that it sucks, and that's what everybody wants to think, is that it's just terrible.
Yeah.
Or it could just mean this game's not ready, right?
Yeah.
You know, which is probably more likely what it is.
You know, I'm still concerned. Like, what can they do to make the the extraction shooter loop like more engaging? Which
Well,
I don't think anyone's figured it out yet.
No, I don't know. And everybody's like, well, if anybody can figure it out, it'd be Bungie. Well, let's take a look at Bungie for one thing. Okay, so this extraction is a PvP game. I mean, it's a PvE, I guess, but at least as far as we know. But what is Bungie's pedigree? I mean, yeah, they've made some really cool, you know, Halo PvP in the past, but let's be honest, that's not the Bungie that is there now.
Yeah.
I mean, the Bungie that made Halo is gone. They're not there. What they are good at is making PvE lore-rich content for Destiny 2. When it's good, it's really good. You know, when it's bad, it's just kind of bad.
Yeah.
But now, here they are putting everything into this trend game, this extraction shooter. Might be the best ever made. It might be another Destiny 1, where it's just kind of like, this is okay, I guess.
I don't think there's anything wrong with extraction shooters right now. I think it's still in its infancy.
I agree, but should Bungie be the one making one? You know, when I heard about they're making a new IP, you know, I think a lot of people were thinking, well, what could it be? What lore is this going to be? What time is it? You know, is it going to be science fiction? Is it going to be fantasy? Is it going to be, you know, are they going to kind of go back into their myth days? Or I was really surprised to see that it was going to be a PvP only game, especially since they have all but abandoned PvP in Destiny 2.
That's true.
You know, but I don't know. I mean, those are questions that, you know, they're probably asking themselves. But they want to do this to make themselves a multiple IP studio, which is smart. You want to have 2 teams. You want to have 3 teams. You don't want to have everything in Destiny 2. I think this is starting to prove that Destiny 2 can have a healthy player base and monetization for more years to come. But in order to pay it for a studio, you're going to have something else that's flashy and new and, ready to go out the door.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We also did find out that the $1.6 billion that Sony gave them for employee retention had been spent months ago. So that $1.6 million was not going to save people's jobs because it was already probably spent on their new expansion, their new building that they're making.
Yeah, I remember that they were making the new building, but now they probably won't use it. And this, honestly, this happens more often than people think. Like, ooh, hold on. I have to say regarding at least Halo Infinite, like the opening's not that bad. Like it's a decent opener. Where do we go? Okay.
Yeah. I always miss this one. Yeah. Yeah, I always thought that this was like the beginning of Halo 4. And the end of Halo CE kind of slapped together.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a little, like, copy pasta here from their previous games.
Yeah. I mean, not in a bad way, kind of in a good way. Kind of like okay, this is starting to feel like Halo. Floor's lava.
Yeah, I didn't realize.
No. We can use the elevator.
Oh, okay.
Now that there's no fall damage. What did you do?
Oh, I don't know. I pressed the button.
Let me get loaded. Hey, you won't let me. Oh, there it goes. I'm getting a little bit of lag. I wonder why.
Desync.
Yeah. Yeah, this whole thing with Bungie has kind of made me think about really just how I feel about Bungie. And I think the older I get and the more that this happens, the more I'd stop putting faith in studios. Who's your favorite studio? Well, I don't have one right now. I mean,
yeah, it's pretty much, was it the ship of Thesis is what it's not the same parts that made the original game, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's a little like, Disney taking over Star Wars. You have a couple of people there, but not the same people that made the original Star Wars. Because it really can't be.
I guess.
And same thing with this,
Blogger.
Okay. Whoa. I almost didn't make it.
Yeah.
There's a shortcut to this that I totally didn't take, and I just, I fell off.
Oh, you fell off? Okay.
But, with Halo 1, Halo 2, I mean, I was like, I love Bungie. I used to be a big fan of LucasArts. And I remember I had a LucasArts hat. And I went to the movies and I was wearing my hat. And I heard somebody in the audience was like, hey, I wonder if that guy works at LucasArts. It's like, dude, you can buy one of these too. I was like, I don't know if I was kind of like flattered in some stupid way, but it was just like, so you kind of have that brand, cultism or favorite or and I think you just really have to be careful with that.
I think we maybe part of us needs to stop putting some of these companies like on a pedal. I'm not saying you are or anything, but like like Bungie was not infallible to begin with, right?
No, not at all.
Yeah, and like a lot of these companies are too. I mean, even what is it? What's it? Id Studios. Who were the two guys?
Id Software.
Like, yeah, Id Software.
Yeah, like back in the day when you had John Carmack and John Romero.
I think they had a lot of like infighting, right?
From what yeah, John Romero was kind of a outlaw, kind of a rock star kind of guy, and then of course John Carmack is just a complete genius in every way, and yeah, they butted heads, but at the end of the day, they're still friends. But even that, if you look at id Software is a great example.
Yeah.
When Doom came out, which by the way, next month is its 30th anniversary.
Oh.
Yeah, wow. I'm feeling my age there. And when that came out, it was like there was like 5 guys, at Software. Well, not to mention like there was probably a couple extra like business guys, like Adrian Cloud, I think, and some guys that did like the marketing stuff. But yeah, you would go to a store and get a 3x5 floppy of the first episode, the demo. Shareware, as it was called back then, because it was like, hey, share this, give this to your buddy. You can make copies of the floppy and give it to whatever. They marketed this thing themselves. They boxed it themselves. They were actually in a warehouse, like putting them in boxes, like the people that made the game.
Yeah.
These are people that loved what they were making and loved the game and couldn't wait for people to play it. And that's what you fall in love with. That's what you're like, God, these guys are fantastic. These are the guys that, like, if you went to anywhere and ran into one of them, you can just talk to them like we're talking right now. Because that's how games were made back then, And even Halo, the first Halo CE, Bungie was in financial trouble. They had the last game they shipped was Myth 2. It had a bug in it. They had to actually recall like every disc that they sent out. Cost them like $1.2 million, which they barely had, and they almost went out of business making Halo until Microsoft bought them.
Yeah.
And then when Microsoft bought them, everything about Halo CE kind of came together in 9 months.
Yeah.
And that's just some passion right there. And that's what people really think Bungie is now. They think it's that ragtag team of, renegade developers that made something just incredible and continued to do so. But it's not. It's corporate now. It's all business now. It's all about the money. It's all about how much money and how much money to make. And instead of the like 35 people that made CE, you got 3,500 people, in 2 studios. It's just the passion's not there. Individually, yes, there are people there, I'm sure, that's very passionate, but as a company. So we have to be careful about stuff like that. Naughty Dog's another good example. It's like they've been around since the 90s, Crash Bandicoot. Same thing, very small studio, made Crash Bandicoot. It was great. Went on to make, some of the biggest blockbuster games we've known. But do you think that's the same people? No, not even close. One of them, Neil Druckmann, but he's kind of a jerk.
So, yeah, right now he thinks he feels like he's sitting on a throne. I mean, he's it's not like undeserving-ish, but I don't like the attitude. That's what it is.
No. Yeah, I think a lot of these developers get that attitude of like, you don't know what you want. I know what you want, right?
Yeah.
And that's just because, it's a large company and that person's so disconnected from the average player. When some of these indie studios now, they're the ones that are Bungie. They're the ones that are id Software. They're the ragtag team of developers. I talk a lot on our show about Sulaco, the demo that's out, coming out in my a really cool shooter. These guys, they're always on Twitter, talking about their game and talking about other games, They love games. They love first-person shooters. They love Doom and Halo and all the same stuff that we like. So they're very relatable.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, what makes their games special, like they used to be. And maybe I think we're getting to a point where there's people that play the mainstream games, and that's what gaming is to them. The Spider-Mans and the Uncharted's and maybe even the Halos and the Call of Duties and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's all they know.
I mean, speaking of Modern Warfare or just Call of Duty, that's you've seen the reviews, right?
Yeah. What was it? Like a 4-hour campaign?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like DLC to me.
That's pretty much what it is. I think you have to boot up Modern Warfare 2 just to get to the game.
Wait, what? I haven't heard this.
I've heard that, but I mean, then again, some people are just gonna push that point down just because they hate Call of Duty.
Yeah, I don't know how that would be. That would mean that you would have to actually own Modern Warfare 2 to play it. That doesn't sound right. I bet what they're talking about is if you go into Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3 is in there. Much like when you had Modern Warfare and they released Cold War.
Yeah.
Cold War was just in your Call of Duty game now. It wasn't like a separate game.
That's probably what people are meaning then.
I think that's what it is.
That whole Call of
Duty
Duty
wish
launcher,
they wouldn't
right?
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, it doesn't work. I wish they would stop doing that.
That mega app is what they're basically doing.
Yeah, because they want, if you don't have Modern Warfare 3, they're going to just bug the living shit out of you with it,
Yeah.
showing it to you every time you start your Modern Warfare 2. And I did see that Microsoft had put, if you turn on your Xbox, there's a
that's another
Modern Warfare.
Yeah. But I mean, they did that for Forza and Halo as well.
They
not
did,
Halo, sorry.
yeah.
Starfield.
Yeah, Starfield. For Halo.
Starfield.
Yeah. I mean, you hit a button and it's gone. I get it. I mean, it is an ad, but it's an ad for a game that you probably are playing or want to play. I mean, it's not like,
Oh, now you know about it at least.
Yeah, like, oh, I guess it's out. Well, I mean, maybe if you didn't know it was out, I guess there's people out there that are like that.
I think it benefits them more than us, right? Because we know about it.
Oh, of course.
And then
right.
like most modern gamers either like Call of Duty or they hate it, so like just seeing it just triggers them.
Yeah, I mean, they know what it is. I'm like, God, I hate this game.
Okay. Whoops.
Did you?
Yep. I'm like down. It's okay. You're there. You're good. Yeah.
Well, at least I don't have to revive you.
Yeah. Well, this is still linear, so.
Yeah. But yeah, it's. I'm not. I mean, I'm not defending it. Believe me, I think it's just a little silly.
Yeah.
I think it's silly for them to do it, but I also think it's silly to get, completely pissed off about it, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
that's
if you don't
normal.
like that kind of thing, buy a PC. I mean, you're kind of buying into that ecosystem when you get a console. You've got to expect those things. I mean, I turn on my PS5, and my wife's been playing, what is it? The Orient Express, which is like a detective game.
Yeah.
It was actually pretty good. I was watching her play it. But anyway, when we turn it on, it's got an ad for Spider-Man. Right there when you turn, it's not the whole screen, but it's right there.
Yeah, is there really a big difference if it's a whole screen or not? Like.
Yeah, I mean, really the difference is you have to push a button to get rid of it.
Yeah, and in PS5 you have to push the stick one direction and it's not in your face. But when you go back to that tab, it's in your face again.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's no surprise to me, is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, it's that's kind of what you have. I mean, if you like buy, I guess, HBO Max, or I'm sorry, Max.
Yeah.
Whatever the latest show is, like when you go into that app, it shows it to you before you go into, like what you're going to watch. It's the same thing. They're just advertising what's new.
Now, if it was like a KFC, like a big KFC non-skippable, then yeah, that's different to me. But like
that, yes. Or like if it's a video that you have to watch before you get into your, that's just silly. But I think people just, God, I'm not advocating, like, I'm not a fanboy by any means, but it kills me how much people pick on Xbox. Like the tweets, a lot of the tweets I'm seeing lately is like, it's Modern Warfare 3 only has a 4-hour campaign. Microsoft, screwed it up already. I'm like, are you serious? Like, they've had Activision for what, 3 weeks? I'm sure they like said, halt everything and make it bad. In 3 weeks.
Oh, did you you grappled me? I felt.
Oh yeah, you can do that.
Totally forgot about that. Okay.
So you can sling forward.
Yeah. And then you could sling forward.
Yep. You can stick each other too.
Boom. Was it zip line to my body or grab my no?
No.
Okay.
Oh, it's gone. Or is it?
Oh, it's gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
Wait, which way are we going? Okay.
This way.
The other way, yeah.
Mind the whatever those are. I forget.
These are like, I don't know.
I need a map. That works really well.
Yeah.
But anyway, so what? Man, I think Bungie just like became a black hole of news for some reason.
Maybe it's because I think it's partly compounded by the fact that aside from Spider-Man 2, Sony's kind of had a bad year so far.
Yeah.
And Bungie's a major acquisition to them, so like, I know some people are blaming Sony, but from what I understand is that the Bungie management said this is all their decision, which I mean it's good to say. It's good to let people know.
Yeah, I mean, if I think that a lot of people don't understand what a publisher is per se.
Yeah.
And in this case, I guess Sony is more of their owner than they are the publisher, but they're going to be their publisher. They really just kind of come in and go, okay, what do you got? How much money can we expect? And when do we need to ship it? And then they go away. Even when Microsoft owned Bungie, they basically were like, okay, Halo CE is blown up. When can you make another one? And they're like, what? Okay, I guess we're making another one. And then that was about it, And then they had to go to him and go, we can't ship it in 2003. It's got to be 2004. Oh, crap. Okay. And that was it. I'm sure there's some different interactions in there, with 3 and Reach and whatever. But I know that Sony is probably saying, like, hey, we bought you for this much money, and then you're starting to lose money. What is going on?
Yeah.
But ultimately, the decisions are made by Bungie. And I've told people for years when everybody was like, Activision is just screwing up Destiny, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I'm not positive that Activision is making those decisions.
Yeah,
what makes you think
it's always
that,
a combination,
it's not Bungie?
Right? Like, maybe a little bit. There's definitely some influence, but like...
Well, sure. I mean, if you've got a contract with somebody that goes, hey, we want 10 years of this game...
Yeah.
And it launches with like 60s and 70s for reviews. Yeah, there's going to be some questions asked, but the decisions made after that to fix it are ultimately, the studio.
I'm just seeing you looking at my screen.
It looks like you're dancing.
No, it's not her. Just dust and echoes.
What did you say?
What?
So did you ever watch Red vs. Blue?
A while ago. It's been years.
Yeah. Do you know how they got the...
There was a glitch in the game, right? Where they got the gun down?
Yep.
I remember we tried it when we were playing Halo back in the day.
Yeah, it totally works. I can't remember if you look all the way down or look all the way up. I think it's down. I think if you look all the way down, you're looking down, but your character is still looking forward. So they would have to look straight down and then do all the animations.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, but you're
I'm looking down.
You're just looking down
and spinning. Yeah.
Yep, you're just looking down. But man, the modeling, you kind of forget what Master Chief, like how good the modeling is.
Yeah, and the cutscenes too. Like it looks really good. Like,
I mean, you obviously can't see yourself in the game, but
yeah,
when somebody plays with you, it's like, God dang.
Now the brutes though, they look ugly.
Some of them do.
Yeah.
There's some that look really good, but there's some that I don't know. It's kind of a mixed match. They definitely fixed the face.
Yeah.
Remember before it was Craig, like, I'm okay getting shot in the face.
Let's see.
One thing I like about Halo Infinite though is like, see these hallways, like the purple shading and lighting, and then you go into like silvery gray. That's Halo.
Yeah.
I mean, this looks like you're on a Halo ring. Their previous games,
not so much.
Not so much. Not just boring looking and weird and just looks like Tron.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, but
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was part of the what was the enemy? Was it
the Forerunners?
Forerunners, yeah.
Yeah, they were terrible. They were just absolutely terrible. They were not fun to fight. And a couple of them would like glitch all over the place.
Yeah.
And then you had those little flying dudes with the rings. They were very small. It was like shooting a mosquito.
Yeah.
With a pistol, and it was just really annoying. Oh, we got to get a seed.
Okay, I was trying to.
All right. Here, I'm gonna throw you my seed.
Ooh. Okay. I will plant your seed. Okay. Here you go. Oh, they improved this mode. Was the multiplayer one?
Oh yeah, yeah they did. Now the seeds are kind of all over the map instead of just like piled up in the middle of it.
I don't know. I didn't do that to begin with.
I don't either.
That mode
the first time I played it, I'm
like,
oh my god, they're all in the middle.
Yeah.
Is it safe? I think so. Yes.
Okay. What are your hopes? What do you think will happen to Bungie, or what do you hope will happen?
Here's what I think will happen. I think that they will be perfectly fine. I think that delaying the final shape,
the final straw is what some people are saying.
The final straw, right?
Yeah.
I think delaying that was inevitable and probably important.
Yeah.
Because they have to get that right. They have to get the final shape right.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think this kind of game. This is not a Call of Duty. This is not a Halo. This is a game that people play every day. So I think that they will take the time with that and probably pull more resources into it. Marathon's been delayed. Obviously, I didn't expect this game till 2025 anyway.
Yeah.
They didn't really have a release date, so I don't know if you can call it a delay.
Yeah.
But that's what needs to happen. What I hope will happen is I hope that they will try to get that faith back by releasing the final shape, and it's good, but it's content rich.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It has to have everything with it. When you buy that expansion, you get the end of the story, you get the dungeon, you get the raid, you get the season pass, you get, or whatever they're doing. I think they need to do that because much like the, like my purchase for Lightfall, it didn't come with a season pass, nor did it come with the new dungeon.
Oh, it didn't come with the new dungeon at all.
No, you had to buy that separate. So so I get into it and it's like, hey, here's all this cool stuff you can get. Well, you got to get season pass. And I'm like, I just spent, what was it, $40 on this expansion, and you're wanting me to, okay, whatever. I'll get the season pass, $10. So I start working on my season pass, and then they drop the dungeon. The dungeon is, well, now your buddies want to go play the dungeon, and you got to buy it. and that's when I was done. I'm like, I'm done. I don't think I've played much Destiny 2 after that. That is a really good way to piss off your player base. So I hope that the final shape will be a full package.
Yeah.
I think that's one big thing that they need to do to get, to just get players back, win them back, not just get them back, but win them back. And it's got to be good. It's got to tie all of this stuff together if they're going to start something new.
Yeah.
So, and then, make another game that's not Marathon. They need to do that too. That's not a PvP focused game. I'm just saying, it's just I mean, this is just me though. I want another Destiny. I miss playing Destiny, and what I mean by that is I miss like Saturday nights. Me and my wife playing with our whole clan.
You miss the feeling of the original Destiny, right?
Yeah, I miss people playing it. I miss the people we used to play with. That like this was the game that we all played.
I feel you. I think it's gotta just be like a thing of the past. I almost feel like it has to, because I want that for WoW, right? But it's that feeling of of community and whatever is not the same anymore, and I think that's not on necessarily the game, but the game is like a tool for it. I don't know if that feeling will ever come back to Destiny. I think it just needs to come to probably a new franchise.
I think that the people that are like that have moved on to something else. I just don't know what that is.
Yeah.
When my wife started playing Destiny, and Destiny 1, the people that I played with, she's very social.
Yeah.
I am not. I mean, I can be social, but as far as like making new friends and stuff, I just don't. But when we were playing, and I would play with a couple of my friends, like, oh, hey, this is my wife. She just started playing Destiny, and immediately they're like, oh, well, what do you got? What do you need to do? What have you completed? And it's like, let's get you leveled up. Let's get your gear. Let's get your,
Yeah.
I've never really played a game like that, and anytime that we would bring in somebody new, because we would play other games with other people. And it's like, have you tried Destiny? And they're like, well, I don't know if I want to get into it. We'll help you. So they would come in, and then we would get in our clan, and it's like, hey, this is Bob. Bob's, this is his first time playing Destiny. And same thing. It's like, oh, cool. You're going to love it. You're going to do this and this. There's not a game like that. If you do that with like Call of Duty or something.
Yeah, Call of Duty does not have that. You have to really put
like,
in effort.
Oh, you're
it,
food.
Right?
Yeah.
Or they talk about your mom.
Right? Yeah, I mean, it's not, because the games are competitive, and they're competitive only. Destiny is not. Destiny is PvP. It's co-op. You have people that are, doing this together. Certain MMOs are like that, but even the MMOs that I've played in the past, nobody's really interested in helping someone new. They'll help you if you already know what you're doing, but it's not like they're going to take you under their wing.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of that experience now has been like kind of chopped up into different games. Like Deep Rock Galactic, a little bit of that aspect. I feel like Sea of Thieves kind of had that aspect, as long as you're not facing toxic people. Like, I met some pretty cool people within Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, that is a good example. I have too. But usually the people we played Sea of Thieves with is the people we were playing Destiny with.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so... But yeah, that's another game that is... that can be, co-op focused, but you just never know. Somebody pull that, hey, why did you take my ship? Pirate,
Yeah.
But, I've told people this before, that I think that there's two things happening with Destiny players. One is it draws a crowd that wants to play co-op, that likes playing with other people, and wants to help them. Or that that makes Destiny just makes people want to play that way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the cooperation in it makes people want to.
I think that's always been a strong suit. You know, Destiny like kind of encourages, like for a shooter,
it promotes team play.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like even playing with randos. I mean, if you're just doing a strike and you're down, it is in their best interest to get you up because they're gonna need your help. Even if you're not doing so great, you know, it's better to have somebody shooting at an enemy than not.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just a lot of positive feedback, I think, in a game. You know, I don't remember really having an issue with playing with other people that were complete jerks. You know.
Yeah.
Not to say that you start a raid at 8 o'clock at night and by midnight, everyone wants to just kill everyone. You know.
I've had those. You know? I mean, to be honest, I've always been kind of fine with that. It's just such a unique experience. But I mean, actually, at this point, maybe it's just too time consuming, and I just probably wouldn't bother. But like, I remember I would be doing Destiny raids, and like, it's just failing. It's just going really bad.
Yes.
But you know, we eventually get it after and then like there's like this big
King's Fall.
Yeah, there's this big elation from it, and it's just like random people. Like I would do Destiny look for group. Like I never actually really had anyone to play with in Destiny, so I just always played randoms.
Really?
Yeah,
wow,
yeah.
That's cool.
But
yeah, and you probably had a somewhat good experience with it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I miss. I miss that kind of
camaraderie, right?
Yeah. In playing a game, you know, when you play other games, it's just there really isn't any.
I mean, this is what Bungie said in one of their like kind of like PR things, right? Like they're refocusing on like social. Do you remember? Like it was like they had
in the GDC thing, or
I don't know if it was the GDC. I probably have to look it up, but it's like they basically changed their motto.
Oh yeah. It used to be "We want to rule the world," and they changed it to
"We want to bring it together" or something like that.
We want to make money off shaders.
Yeah.
No, I guess something.
Yeah. They're kind of translate the same.
Yeah, pretty much. But well, yeah, and even that. It kind of goes with what I was saying before of, you know, companies change. You know, the people that are running them are not the same people that were there. And even if they're like one or two people that are running them, they're not maybe the same person.
Yeah.
You know, that they were.
Oh yeah, there's a boss here, if I recall right.
Yeah, we got to find a power outlet. We basically got to find the extension cord.
Oh yeah, the seed.
Right, the power seed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's what I miss, and it's some of the people that we played Destiny with. We've played like Call of Duty DMZ, which is kind of like that. That's a PvPe, you know, experience.
Yeah.
But they made some changes to that just basically ruined the whole thing, so we don't really play that anymore. And Sea of Thieves, we played a good bit of Sea of Thieves, kind of the same thing. So I'm just kind of hoping for something that has that same kind of experience, something that is fun to play.
That's actually my hope for Marathon, to be honest. Like, cause the fact that, you know, in the cycle, like when I was playing that, it's kind of like you have these unique interactions with people. And then you could kind of band together too. I've had a couple of those little random experiences too. So, because Bungie's kind of had this experience already, like building communities or like making people work together. I was hoping I'd see that from Marathon, and that it'll be time will tell, right? Like I'm still very interested.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that, but you know, we've both been playing the finals lately, and I kind of feel like the finals is going to be similar to what Marathon is trying to do. And a game like that, though, is this you really don't have time to kind of like, hey, what's up? Where are you playing from? It's just like go, 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 go.
I don't know. I don't think the finals in Marathon will be similar.
You don't think so?
I don't think so, because the finals is mostly just like arena shooter-ish.
Well, it is.
We're just melee.
It's also you get something, you take it somewhere else, and you try to extract it.
Yeah, but that's like a per match basis.
Right.
Because
I think Marathon described this almost the exact same way.
No, I think the whole part of the idea of extraction shooter is like this meta, like progress that you're working towards.
Well, sure, but I'm talking about like from a match-to-match perspective. Being in the game.
We don't know. That could be part of it. I mean, it could be more similar like Sea of Thieves.
Okay. Okay. I guess I didn't think about that. So having more of like an open world where you are not like going match for match.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of hoping for, because they already have a shared world design, right? I mean, they have session-based design as well, but I feel like they'll probably have some sort of PvP like thing like in Destiny, but since it's not really their focus right now.
I was under the impression that it was going to be like a team-based extraction shooter. Like, no holds barred, get in, get the stuff, get out. And if you get killed, you just 3D print another body.
I mean, I guess who knows at this point? Because right now it's so little information.
Well, it's getting delayed.
Yeah.
Right. So, and much like Destiny, I mean, if you've watched like the vid docs and all that kind of stuff with Destiny, Destiny was going to be a different game. Halfway through, they just went, we're not doing this. We're doing it this way. And they changed it to a more Diablo-style shooter, which ultimately became their looter shooter kind of genre.
Yeah, I would be pretty happy if it became more like a Sea of Thieves. Ooh, yeah, loot
box. Let's see what's in here.
It's Dopamine. Purple. It's purple.
Right.
Why so cynical? It might be something good.
I need some coins.
I like how she says, "Why so cynical?"
Right. Let me tell you a story. These guys are asleep. Boom. I love these little guys, man. They just say the funniest shit. I swear. If you just stop and listen to them.
Terminal over there.
What was one of them said I was? Oh, one of them said I was a stupid camper.
Sounds about right.
I wasn't even camping. Yeah, I was like, well, I mean, I had a sniper rifle. I wasn't camping, but I had a sniper rifle. And this bad guy, I'm afraid, is just the most boring bad guy of anything in Destiny. I mean, he's just boring. No, I'm sorry.
Halo.
Destiny, Halo. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, he's pretty boring.
Yeah. I mean, he's just like, I'm tough. I'm mean. I will get you.
Yeah, pretty much. He's all talk. Like, I feel like... Yeah. I haven't been in the campaign, but you fight him, right? I assume you fight him.
Yeah, you do.
And it's just going to be like any other brute fight, right?
Well, I won't tell you anything.
Oh, okay.
It's actually pretty cool. But it's just the narrative, his character as a adversary.
Okay.
I mean, in my opinion, it's basically just like he's a bigger Master Chief, right? So you want Master Chief to fight a bigger Master Chief.
Yeah.
No, I want Master Chief to fight somebody that just is, smart, like tries to outsmart, like a battle of wits. Not like the end game would be like a chess game, but it's kind of like Lex Luthor to Superman.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. This is really cool, though. I love this introduction. This is the introduction to the open world, and it is really good. And I like how she says, oh, look, and it's filled with, the guys that want to kill us. Because you come out here and realize, oh, she's absolutely right. It's riddled with these alien critters.
I guess part of the reason they may have delayed it is just like or like the co-op was the density of the open world. It seems a little bit more dense in general. You just sink into it through co-op.
Yeah. The difficulty goes up a little bit, I believe, when you're playing co-op as well.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever you're playing on, which it should go up a little bit. You don't want it to go, you want it to be brutal or anything, but.
I like how you're just running through it and just like walking up to them, punching them, because like there's no risk. We're playing on easy, so.
Yeah. Just chilling.
Yeah.
I still hate these guys. I don't care what difficulty you're playing on.
Which one? The shield guys? The jackals?
Yeah, the jackals.
Yeah, I don't like jackals.
Did you see me pull that Obi-Wan?
Oh, I kind of saw it.
Jumped right over him. Came up behind him. Turned around.
Boom.
Sans lightsaber, but whatever. I just don't get tired of throwing these things.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I guess it's just because, well, it's just fun to throw shit.
True.
Boom. I've been playing. I've been playing a fair bit of Halo Infinite multiplayer lately.
Yeah, same. I usually probably get like one game in because I want to get my. I've been trying to progress through the older battle pass. Like, I'm on season 2 still, but it's nice that I can, just take it at my own pace, right?
Yeah, pick which one you want to work on and do it. Yeah. Well, I saw the Master Chief armor that you can earn, and then I found out what you have to do to earn it.
You have to level up, right?
Oh my god, yeah. In multiplayer, you have to get, I want to say it was like 230,000 kills or something just insane.
Yeah.
But I'll get there one day. Maybe by the time the sequel comes out, if there is going to be a sequel.
Yeah, I remember to get 150 in Halo 5, it was like the last 50 levels were just as long as the first 100 from my recall.
Oof. Yikes.
I wasn't going to even try it. I think I was at level 75.
Yeah. Man. Yeah, it's I don't know. I just have fun with it. I try not to focus so much on that, because then it starts.
It takes the fun away.
A chore. Yeah.
That's the thing with battle passes, right? Or just like progression tracks.
This guy again.
Was that? I'm just looking at the ship model. It's like a little bit low res.
All right, during this cutscene, I'm going to take a short break.
Yeah.
Did you find the weapon you were looking for? Can we go? What the? Cortana? What's she? This is all her fault.
It isn't Cortana. Tell him.
But it's classified.
Permission granted.
I was created by Dr. Catherine Halsey to mimic this installation's security to trap Cortana for deletion. I was successful.
Cortana's no longer a threat. And now she's going to help us stop the Banished.
Of course she is.
I think I'm with you. I didn't even know what a banished was an hour ago, and even I can see the odds aren't great.
Yes. Yes, you should listen to her. You're gonna get us all killed.
This is fascinating. You're trying to survive, but I was programmed to die.
Really? One person with a death wish wasn't enough.
No, I was just figuring what I was
Okay, and I am back.
Wait,
Nice.
I'm picking up a UNSC distress signal.
Location.
The source is 4 kilometers from here. Here is the distress signal's point of origin.
So we had some trick-or-treaters for Halloween, and we hand out candy. But what we do is my wife will hand out the candy, and I'll grab the dog, so he doesn't run out. And
Yeah.
cause a ruckus.
Is the dog dressed up?
No. We were gonna do that, but it just irritates him. So
yeah, that makes sense.
He does have a costume. It's a vampire.
Okay.
But so I like to see what the kids wear. Like what's popular. And we saw a Steve from Minecraft.
Yeah.
That looked pretty good. But this kid came up and he was by himself. Which I always think, well, that's kind of, it's kind of sad. I don't think I ever remember trick or treating alone. I mean, he had a parent with him, obviously, but not with like other friends and stuff. But he had a Master Chief costume on.
Okay.
And like one of the better ones, not like one of the plasticky ones, but it looked really good. It was like a full helmet and everything.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, cool. And my wife was giving him candy and stuff, and his dad was out, on the street or whatever.
Yeah.
And when he was walking away, and I told Jenny, I was like, hey, that's Master Chief. And she stuck her head out, and she goes, oh, are you Master Chief? And he turned around, and he was like, oh, I am Master Chief. I'm thinking, oh my God, this kid's probably been trick-or-treating all night, and nobody knew who he was. These kids like, what are you, some Martian or astronaut?
So
he's telling them like, I'm Master Chief, and they're like, whatever, have some candy. I don't know what that is.
It's probably his dad too that plays.
Yeah, maybe. But man, he was so excited that somebody actually knew who he was.
Yeah.
I think we made his night.
That's good.
It was cool. Yeah, that was fun. Then we turned out the lights, closed the door, and ate the rest of the candy. So.
Okay, that was the last one.
That was. Well, no, I think we had one more, and then that was it. But
how many trick-or-treaters do you think you usually get?
We get about 10-ish.
10-ish? Okay.
10 to 1 year we got. God, 1 year it was just constant. It was just like they were in a line outside.
Yeah,
our door,
it kind of feels like this year. People are a little bit more wary about just general safety.
Well, here though it was 46 degrees.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a big.
Unseasonally cold, right?
Yeah.
So that might have had a little something to do with it. I don't know, but we did close up a little early this year. We usually hand out candy till about 9:30, and this was about 8 o'clock. We're like, okay, we're good, but I'm sure we would have got more. But yeah, a little bit slimmer this year than normal.
Yeah, I think that feels the same overall here. I don't think I got any, but I live in an apartment. But you typically in like the suburbia and the city, they just go to a nicer neighborhood, and then they all gather there.
Hey,
and
what are you saying?
Yeah. Well, yeah, but I wouldn't say.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
What I mean.
Yeah. Like the neighborhood that gives the full-size candy bars.
Yeah, full size, fully decorated. Like all the neighbors are in on it. Like there's not a lot of neighborhoods like that here because there's just a lot of apartments, right? So.
Well, we have in our community, like a couple of subdivisions over, there's a Halloween Cove. So this is a cove where all of the houses in the cove decorate their house, but they are all kind of joined.
Yeah.
And they go all out. I mean, and they also wear costumes and stuff. So you've got like goblins and zombies and vampires and ghosts, and everything's it's just all decked out. And then it's a walkway, so you start on one side of the cove and they hand out candy, and then you go all the way around, and of course people like jump out, and it's kind of like a haunted house kind of thing, and they do it really well. So that's pretty fun too. I think if you're trick-or-treating, you have to go to Halloween Cove.
Boom! I got him.
Nice. Thanks. I was reloading.
I know you hate him, so.
Brutes, I understand.
Yeah.
Jackals, they're just jerks, man.
Yeah.
Did you see that? He got back up.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, you shot him in the foot, and he just like got himself back up.
Double tap.
Ended his life, but yeah.
I noticed it doesn't squirt blood like it used to. Is this team rated? I forget.
I don't know. Let me check the box. Oh wait, I don't have the box. Oh, that's something that, yeah, that's something we talked about in our last podcast, didn't we? About about game preservation and physical media is going away.
What was it? Oh yeah, well, because one of the things that kind of popped up, and it was the PS5 drive, right? There was news about it. Basically, you need to sign on online to activate it. So people are angry about that because what if those servers go offline? I feel like that's kind of like, yeah, if they go offline, they're not going to be going off in the next 10 years probably.
Well, this is what I'm thinking. It's like if the servers are offline to where you can't register your new drive that you got, it also probably means you're not able to use your PS5 at all.
Yeah.
That's probably not your biggest problem if they shut down something like that.
Yeah.
I'm
like pro game preservation, but like a physical drive having DRM or is what people are saying. It's not DR. I don't call it DRM. It's to authenticate, really.
It is. Well, yeah. And I think part of it is that if okay, well, like when you download a game, right?
Yeah.
On your Xbox and on your PS5, the game in the server that you're downloading from knows what kind of Xbox you have.
Yeah.
It's like, say, if it's an S or an X, right? So the S does not have physical media in it, a drive in it. Same thing with PS5. Is it a digital or is it a standard? They have to know that. So I can guess that maybe in these new versions that if you attach a drive to a digital-only version, then it's going to have to update that information, via your serial number to say, hey, this is no longer a digital-only console. It is now, a regular, disc version.
And I think because it also supports Blu-ray, it needs some sort of like authentication.
Region.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. I mean, I may be over-explaining that, but you know what I mean? I mean,
yeah,
I'm sure that like the designation of that console
There's a ghost.
has to change in
I'm
some
gonna get
way.
the ghost.
All right, get it. But the problem is that here's the thing though. If you detach that,
there's
drive,
2 ghosts, by the way. You want to grab one?
Hell yeah. If you detach the drive, say your PS5 goes out, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh well, I can just go buy another digital version. It's because it's cheaper and I can just put my drive on it. So you go buy the digital version and you put your drive on it, and it says you can't use this. It's already designated on serial number, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
That's a problem. So now you have to buy another one. Even though that is a full functioning disk drive, you have to buy a new one.
Actually, that's a scenario I haven't been really think about. I'm curious, like if you have a disc one, and then like it goes out and you buy a digital one, will it still be possible to just move that drive over?
Well, what they're saying is that it's designated to the one you connect it to.
Yeah.
So you can't change that.
Huh.
So yeah, which
is that confirmed, or are people just saying that?
There was something in the
agreement
on the box or something of the Modern Warfare 3 version that alluded to that to some extent. I don't think anything's like 100% confirmed because it's not on the shelf yet.
Yeah,
until somebody does it, we don't know for sure.
Well, I do know it activates online. I don't know if it activates only once and you can't activate it again on like another console.
Right. Right, but they're saying that you can't, according to some of this information that is on this thing that is not released yet. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's could be true, it might not be true. But if it is true, then that is kind of a problem.
Yeah.
That is not a consumer-friendly decision. Which, in this climate, in this Sony, that's Sony right now, I probably would not be very surprised if that was true.
Yeah, I think in this case it's more so like a rights thing. They have to, because Blu-ray kind of has like protections that they have to enforce.
Well, sure, but is it the hardware, or is it the, what the Blu-ray media? I mean,
I think it might be a combination of both, because like you can't imagine like let's say the connection is just USB-C. If you had a random USB-C drive connected to your PS5 digital, that's what they kind of don't want. Like, they don't want it manipulated. They have to protect their hardware in a way. So that's...
Well, yeah, they don't want third parties making them. You know, hey, here's one that's, half the price or whatever. That's probably a way to keep them from making, all kinds of devices that go in that slot.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I get that, but it's still not great if you have to replace your console.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, I don't know. I mean, for me personally, I think the digital version, the Slim, is just don't buy it. Just not. It's $50 more, and you can get the drive.
Yeah.
You don't ever have to worry about this whatsoever.
Pretty much, like. If you were, buy with the intent of playing digital only. Don't buy with the intent to go disc later.
Yeah, I mean, with my Xbox Series X, which did have a physical drive, I don't remember ever using it.
Yeah.
Because all of my games are digital. And here's another fancy, thing for digital is that if you have them on a drive, you just plug that drive in and you keep playing. You don't even have to, really install anything unless you need to transfer it from, the hard drive to the internal SSD.
Yeah.
But it's very divisive on that, and they're calling, game preservation on it. It's just difficult. Game preservation itself is difficult.
Yeah.
Preserving games, old games, not that difficult. It really isn't. If you have the ROM or if you have the hardware that plays it, then it's preserved. They can't take that away from you, right? Unless your PS2 or whatever catches on fire. Modern games, they're not made the same way. Even if you buy a disc, you still need an internet connection.
Yeah.
Even if it's a single player game.
But I mean, people don't like online DRM, is what they call it either.
Well, get a PC. I mean, I'm not being a jerk. It's just if there's some drawbacks to playing on console, and that's unfortunately one of them. You're kind of agreeing to just go with whatever they offer you. I mean, and preserving the games, you just kind of have to look at who's wanting to preserve games and who doesn't seem to want to. Nintendo is very weird about it. I mean, there's been people that they've got games that you can't buy from them. You can't buy the hardware to play them, but yet if you download a mod, they will totally sue you, right?
Yeah.
That just doesn't seem like, that seems like the total opposite of game preservation. And you've got Sony that doesn't really, like, they're okay with it, but they're not really going to do anything, they're not going out of their way to preserve the game.
Yeah.
Then you've got Xbox that has backwards compatibility, and they want to take their library, with them with each iteration. I think is fantastic. But again, you're still, limited to what they are preserving.
I saw you throw that.
I totally missed too. Or maybe I think I hit him on the way down.
Yeah, maybe.
Right off the cliff.
Knocked him off.
I'm going to replay of that and see if I hit him. But I don't know. I just think game preservation it's easy to say, hey, we need to preserve every game. It's very difficult to do that.
Yeah.
And I don't think people realize how difficult it is.
Chief, more Spartan armor.
Oh, whatever. Do you even use any of this stuff other than the grappling hook?
Not really.
I don't either.
I think that's probably a weakness to the single player is like they don't really fully utilize your kit, right?
Well, I think the grappling hook shouldn't be a kit. I think that should just be, you know, like if they added these other devices and you're able to select one and use it, I think that would be better. And have the
have it kind of like a consumable basically, right?
Yeah, either a consumable or you know, of course a cooldown.
Yeah.
But your grappling hook should just be, that shouldn't be a selection. That should be mandatory. I mean, it's a grappling hook.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, in a game, I would take grappling hook over, you know, pretty much every. The only thing that I would probably have to, you know, make a decision over is grappling hook or jetpack. That would be tough. That would be hard to do. But maybe depending on the game, it would be a little easier. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Grappling hook trumps whatever else you got.
I think yeah. I mean, there's that dodge you get. I don't find that very useful, like in a PvE.
No, not
setting.
when you can just grapple, you know,
yeah,
halfway across the map. Oh, speaking of which, I need to upgrade my grappling hook.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, there are instances, like when you get, like the thing that we just got is useful here in this situation. Not using it. Not using it at all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just grapple these little guys. And like, oh, if I grappled you, then I can see you, and I can kill you. When did grunts get shields?
New. Let me see. Huh, am I not able to... I have the cores, but it's not letting me select.
Upgrade it?
Yeah.
Huh.
Maybe it's because it's your game? I don't know.
Lag. I wouldn't think so. I mean, you should be able to upgrade your stuff.
Yeah, I would think so too.
Oh,
or maybe when you
one.
upgrade it, upgrades for me. I don't know.
I don't think so. Did you just get a core?
I got a core, yeah.
You get a core. You get a core. Okay, I'm gonna wait till I get another one and upgrade my grappling hook.
Huh, actually, now that I look at it,
Are you not getting them?
I realize it's already upgraded. It's using the...
Oh, yeah, you got all of them so far. Wait, I thought we started a new game. Oh, I started a new game. You are using a character from... Okay, gotcha.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, that makes
I see.
sense. Yeah. Like, whichever one you were playing, that's your Master Chief.
Oh, I see. I see. Okay.
All right, we need to go... Where are the stairs? The stairs down. Stairs up. Here we go. Yeah. All right.
Free the Spartan. Okay, I see.
Oh, Spartan Griffin. He's still alive.
We need to get him out of there. Where?
Oops. Oh, well, that's not a cutscene. This is.
This boss was annoying. On hard mode.
Yeah.
It is where you
Yeah, he's tough.
It is where you will give up your
I feel like this is one of the few meaningful usages of the threat meter, or...
Yeah, you should use it.
Yeah.
So I can use my grappling hook.
The wall's retracted. Watch your back. He could
Where's he at?
See? Use my grappling hook. Oop, missed him.
Your weakness is
Nice.
This guy's not having a lot of luck being invisible.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
What'd you do that for?
you were a little bit too close there.
You should have said, hey, catch.
I should have said that. Oh, but hold on.
Oh, no friendly spawn available. You have to beat him yourself.
There you go. I got it.
Oh, yeah, there it goes. Okay.
Don't worry, I beat him.
Nice.
We need to get him out of that machine.
Sure.
Shut this thing down.
I hear the screaming in the back. Oh, it's him. Okay, I was like,
Yeah.
Okay.
He's one of them new Spartans, you know.
Yeah.
Cut him loose.
He wasn't kidnapped at age 6 and trained to be a killing machine. He just signed up. But he's alright, I guess.
yeah.
You know, nobody really talks about how good this campaign looks.
Easy.
Except me. I think this game looks incredible.
Yeah, I've always thought the model to Master Chief is really good in almost all the cutscenes.
Yeah, I think this armor is probably my favorite armor.
Yeah.
I couldn't stop them. But you can. You have to.
Consider it done.
That's good.
Maybe you should make a video where you compare every single Master Chief.
The others despise. Did you?
Well, I do have my favorites. I think my least favorite is probably...
5.
Well, I don't know, Halo 4 and 5 are basically the same one.
I feel like 5 is a little bit more shiny, isn't it? I feel like 4 was still
Well, I mean, as far as
okay.
like the shape, like yeah, like the it just doesn't. Something's off about it. Like if you
Yeah.
were to wear that, it just doesn't look like it would work. Plus, you don't have the metal coverage
Yeah.
that you do in the other ones. Like this looks, you know, he looks like a walking tank, and that's what you're supposed to look like.
Yeah.
But Halo 2, the original Halo 2, I was not fond of that
This
change.
conservatory must be some sort of Forerunner installation. What do
It
you
just
think,
didn't look
Doctor?
heavy enough.
Yeah. I think
But that whole
that's
game-
the Halloween costume I have, the Halo 2 one. Or it could be 3, I forget.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I would love to have a Master Chief helmet for my shelf. But I didn't get the Halo 3
Wherever the conservatory is, the
limited or like Ultimate Edition, whatever
Yeah.
it was, that had the cat helmet in it.
they will. But before we go there, we need
But
to
a friend of mine
consult
got,
with local folks.
which one was it? Call of Duty Special Edition. I want to say it was Modern Warfare 3, maybe. It had working night vision goggles in it.
I remember that. I don't know where I
and
got.
those things were legit too. He's like, "Come on outside, check them out." I'm like, "Oh my god, I can see
Oh,
everything."
there's a warthog here.
All right, who's driving?
I'll take shotgun. No, actually, I'll take turret.
Okay. All right, where are we going?
Up to you.
Let's see. Oop, not going that way. Let's just ride off into the sunset.
Let's see. Let me look at the map. Let me see. Can I ping?
Yeah, you should
you
be able
go.
to mark something.
You
Perfect.
see it? Okay.
Yep. See, look at that. Man, that game looks beautiful. Look at that. Look at that, look at that, look at that.
Yeah, yeah. It doesn't look like intense, but I think it looks good.
Oh, well. God. Okay, that was lag.
Yeah, that's okay.
I need this Warthog checked out. It's got lag. Alright. Turn it into whatever the military equivalent to a Valvoline
Oh,
shop. Whatever. I forget what it's called. Motor pool. Yeah, that's it. Okay, I think I'm about to ditch the roads because we're not getting there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. I'll provide backup fire.
Monsters. Get me to that terminal. Show what I can do.
Ah, okay.
Where's he? Okay, there it is.
I got him. I got him.
You did. Bam. Nice shot.
This guy. Okay.
Well, like I said, other than the Bungie news, there really wasn't much going on this week.
I think that's all of them.
No, yeah, I think Bungie kind of took all the news for this week.
Yeah. Oop, there we go. Boom.
What is it? What do the FOBs do again?
Yes, I was right. All I need to do
It just allows you to get ammo and call in a vehicle, basically.
Ah, okay.
push it out of the way because it is really not smart. And there. We now have ourselves a second fob.
Did you know that Jen Taylor and Stephen Downes had never actually met
Till this game, right?
until this game? Yeah. They wanted to purposely put them in a booth together.
Okay.
Isn't that crazy? Did you also know that in Little Rock, Arkansas, which is about 3 hours from where I live, they were at a comic book convention I could have gone to 3 hours away.
When was
Had I
that?
known that, it was in September.
It was this month or last month, basically.
Yeah, well, 2 months ago, yeah.
Oh wow, yeah, I forgot it's November.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Jeez.
His bio is
Where's all the games? It's November. Where's all the games?
Well, tons of games, I guess, right? It's kind of a busy month.
Well, you know what I mean. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like Spider-Man 2, and then Modern Warfare 3, and then
it looks like there are
I think Modern
And that's-
Warfare
that's
might be like
pretty much
the
it.
most recent
trying to survive.
dud. Oh no, actually the Lord. Remember Lord of the Rings, that dwarf game?
Oh, the
That one-
remake?
yeah,
Yeah.
that one's gotten a lot of basically Lord of the Rings is not having a good year.
the
dwarf game, right?
Return to Moria.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. That game looked really cool, and yeah, it's getting terrible reviews. So
Are you ready, Chief?
What do you think?
I've been playing Alan Wake 2,
Odds aren't great.
Oh, you picked it up?
and I did. I got it.
Game of the year.
So far, no. But it's good. It's really good. It's creepy good. I mean, you know, it's an Alan Wake game. So,
Yeah.
but it really does tie in Control and kind of Max Payne.
Mm-hmm.
You're driving.
Ah, okay. Let me see.
Where are we going?
Let's
In
take
like the
this
best possible
one.
way. Okay, cool.
okay.
Uh,
I think
but
this will
it
be
is,
our last.
last mission.
Yeah, because I probably want to get some food.
Yeah, that's kind of important. But on PC, it's a little bit of a hog. It's
We almost made it. Yeah.
But I am enjoying it. It is good. It is very well done. It's very creepy. I can't even really. It's they have a good way of like
Pulling up on that outpost we looked
going
at the farm.
outside of reality and then throwing you back into reality, and then not having a clear direction of what you are doing or where you even are, and then all of a sudden, boom, it all starts to come together. And just like Control. So I'm enjoying it. I'm glad I got it.
Yeah. So would you say it's worth $50 for people that are interested?
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's definitely worth $50. There's just the game mechanics and the detective work that you do. Some of it is a little bit basic. Like it kind of has some detective attributes without being an actual detective game. Does that make sense? Kind of like how some games have RPG elements without actually being an RPG. It's kind of like that.
I see.
Yeah. And that's smart because it's not like you know it doesn't. You don't want to get it and go, oh, I didn't know this was going to be a detective game. I hate these kind of games.
Yeah.
It's definitely a story-driven narrative that is creepy and really weird. And lucky for them, I like both of those.
Oh, that's good. What was it? Well, speaking of detective games, I did play a detective game, which, well, not detective game, but I don't know. Do you consider Phoenix Wright a detective game? It seems.
Phoenix Wright, is that the
attorney
lawyer
one?
games?
Yeah. Because you do kind of examine like the evidence and everything in a way, so you're kind of investigating.
Yeah, I would say that it's more of like a Law and Order.
Yeah.
Where you kind of got both, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
It's different. I mean, if you have if you still have Game Pass, right? Or
yeah,
I see how you feel about it. It's definitely an old game because it's like 10 years old at this point at least. But there's some novel implementations to it that I think has potential. I only beat the first episode because like it's different cases, right? It's not just one long-winded case from what I can see.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm interested in that.
Oh, it's pretty episodic, so maybe.
Yeah, well, I like detective games that are like that, and not like this, like an 8-hour game when you're playing a detective, and it's like you come across somebody that you talk to for like 30 seconds at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
And then talking to him, and I'm like, I don't remember what the fuck this is. You know what I'm saying? It was what is going on here? And that's just me, and my probably just terrible memory. But if it's something that you can do in a couple of hours and then go to another one, that sounds, very, very compelling.
Yeah. Oh, I need a weapon. Quite literally.
I need a weapon.
Yeah.
Let's see. I thought you could tag stuff. How do you do that? That's a grenade. Never mind. Oops. Yeah, you can definitely like ping things. But I just don't remember how.
I think
that's a map.
You pinged it, right? Or how do you ping? Actually, yeah.
P?
Oh, you can't ping. I guess you could ping in PvP,
items?
Right?
Maybe that's it. Yeah. Yeah, one cool thing they did implement in this is that you can drop your weapon.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're a long-time Halo player, like if you're playing with some buddies and it's like, oh my God, you got my rocket launcher. Like I'm the best at rocket launchers, right? And you're like, oh, you are the best at rocket launchers. Here, let me give it to you. Oh, we don't have a different gun. So you would have to have a gun on the ground to like swap it out.
Yeah.
Now you just drop it. And
how do you drop it?
Gets it and on controller, I think if you hold down the select button, something like that. I don't know. I haven't done it in so long now.
Let me see. I'm holding down the button. The start button. No, actually, that opens up a text.
Is that not it?
Text prompt.
Okay.
And
what is it?
The select button just brings up the menu, unless there's a no prompt for it. Maybe I need to button map it. I don't know.
Let me look real quick. Let's see. Unless I just had like some stupid fever dream, or I'm thinking of a different. Let me just look up controller. Here we go for a weapon. Oh, hold down Y.
Hold down Y. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks. Oh,
no. That is mine. What is it? Do we take this base yet? I can't tell. You could destroy
one more. Oh, this one's not destroyed yet? Looks like it is.
Okay.
Oh, there it goes. This is the one from the trailer. Look what I found.
We've got company, Chief. Well,
we got company, yeah.
It looks like the Banished are tearing down and repairing.
If you're in third person, and the new Cortana is talking to you, there's a little blue light on the back of your helmet.
Ooh, okay.
Now, if the pilot is talking to you, it is red.
That's a detail I appreciate.
I know, me too. Like, if you never picked up a third-person weapon, you may not have noticed that because a lot of the vehicles are showing the back of his head.
Yeah.
Ah! Why can that's just ridiculous.
Oh wait, you didn't die, right?
I was shooting the grunt up in the ship,
Mm-hmm.
and I just wasted like half that thing on it, and he didn't even get shot.
Wait, do we need? Oh, is there? Okay, there's one more point. Okay. Oh, hey. Okay.
On it. Oh, I remember. Something else came up. The Microsoft is no longer supporting unauthorized third-party controllers.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, which I think is cool, and we know what they're talking about. It's like Cronus and
Basically those cheat devices.
cheat mods.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, everybody's flipping out about it. I can't use my Razer
Okay, it's like
tournament. I'm like, no, that's not what that means.
it's something about Microsoft bad, basically.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's like they just see something, and of course, Microsoft is ruining gaming, and not preserving games. And
Oh shoot! There's a sword guy.
I got a shotgun. Where'd he go? Did I get him?
Oh, he's behind me. Oh, he's down.
Nice.
Well, watch out! Watch out!
But yeah, it is not. Actually, there are some controllers for the fighting scene that are not authorized, but they're not cheating either. I think they're just like reconfigurable pads that are, for fighting, because they don't really make, I guess, what these tournament players want in a pad.
Yeah.
They kind of just went out and made their own. But Microsoft is actually working with them to get them authorized so that they can be used. But yeah, I looked at a Cronus online, and holy cow, man. Okay, so if you don't know what that is, Cronus is, you can plug it into your Xbox or PlayStation 5, plug a mouse and keyboard into it, and use the mouse and keyboard like you would a controller. Sounds great, huh? But you can also add no recoil to your weapons, faster reload.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just a multitude of basic cheats. Also, so if you go into, say, a tournament and it's controller only, it will appear that you are using a controller, but you in actuality are using a mouse and keyboard, which is, it's basically cheating.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're getting rid of those. And if you're upset about that, then it's probably because you're cheating.
Yeah. Well, take the tank, take the tank.
Oh. Where is it? Oh, it's right there.
The only tank here.
Tank beats everything.
Help me out. Oh my goodness.
Where is he?
He's
I don't see him. Right there.
There you go. You went right through his shin.
I was aiming for his ear. Do they have ears?
Okay. Oh, there is a turret. Okay.
I think we're done here.
I can't tell. Are we?
Let's see. It's on fire. Half of it's melted. Everybody's dead. I think we're done here.
Okay. Okay. Well, then I feel bad if we don't use this tank for something. You want to take this FOB here?
Sure. Yeah, I feel like it's wasted.
Although it's going to take us a while to get there in a tank.
Oh, God. I don't know. This thing can really climb. I'm trying to get... Oh, let me open this door over here.
See if this is easier to get to. We're on the right path. I think there's going to be a right up here soon.
Yeah, it looks like there's a road that goes up to it. This thing had a boost.
Coming from that communication tower.
Well, let's go here actually, since we're kind of headed this way.
Okay.
You, sir.
Is that?
I don't know.
Oh, they're following us. Okay.
Well, I mean, if you want to die, come on.
That's usually what happens.
I know. I'm like, you really want to get in the Warthog with me?
Nice.
Bye bye.
Well, hey.
No, I can't. Ah!
We're okay. We're okay.
It scratched my tank. Oh, sharp turn. This thing does not turn on a dime.
Nope. Let's see. Very wide too. It takes up a lot of road.
Mm-hmm. Look at that skybox. So cool.
Pretty good. I think Destiny still kind of has better skyboxes though.
Yeah, I agree.
HVT in range, Chief. This one's a particularly murderous grunt. High Sumter.
One thing I wish that they would do at Bungie is,
He's one of the UNSC's most wanted.
and I know it's probably difficult to do, and it's silly of me to ask, but you know, all that content that I paid for, it'd be great if they'd put it back in the game.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know, whole planets and
Be prepared for
the story.
300 gigs. Your Series S won't support it.
Hey, if that's the only game you play,
Yeah.
then, you know, maybe have an option. Like, do you want to download this content? I mean, even Call of Duty gives you that option.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you done with the campaign? Delete it.
Oh wow, he's going down quick.
Wow, did you just take him out with
Yeah, I think so. I was like,
Dang.
okay. I guess that's what the tank's for.
Whoa. That and fireworks.
Yeah. Meanwhile, this jackal takes longer to go down than that boss.
Right. Oh, it's a shield in front of me. That's why I couldn't get over the thing.
Ah.
Let's see if it pops us up in the
What
air.
was this right here?
Look at that modified weapon the target was carrying.
This thing's smoking.
Even for the banished.
They'd never make good plasma weapons. I'll just say that.
Forward operating bases
Mm.
should give us an edge.
Like the plasma pistol has never been like
Upgrade.
great by itself.
The intended recipients, so
Yeah.
we can skip that part.
You know, most people just used it to, like, take out vehicles for a second.
Yeah,
But
but they don't do
that's
that anymore, right? I think that's not
Not infinite. It's actually this weapon. Where is it? It's
the
actually the shock
plasma.
rifle that will do that.
2 shots. Yeah.
Yep, see?
Yeah, hold on. Let me see if this one works. Nope.
Yeah, it's kind of useless. This will work. Boom.
This
How
will
many
work.
shots does it take to... Yeah.
Oh, whoops.
Wow.
I guess the tank's a
Wait.
little bit sturdier than me.
You were standing too close, weren't you?
What do you mean?
You got something on your helmet. Looks like a spider.
Yeah. In any case, good
Ah.
checkpoint, right?
Yeah, that's good. I thought you had that rocket launcher.
Oh no, I have no more ammo. I used it all. Oh, went right through you.
Where'd that go? Yeah, those don't stick.
Yeah, this will though.
God dang it.
And
Okay, yeah, that is a good stopping point.
Okay. So, we might play the finals later, and maybe we should stream it. I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe. I think this format's okay. You take a look at it and see how you feel.
Yeah.
Or someone can comment on it and let us know how they feel.
Yeah. This will be on our Supply Drop YouTube page, so just leave us a comment below.
Yeah,
Let us know. Get involved in the conversation.
pretty much.
All right.
All right.
That was fun. It's always fun to play Halo co-op with somebody.
Yeah. All right. Let's end